Hey everyone, it's Andrew. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a video doing a quick review of the Organic Cotton Plus organic buckwheat hulls, which are this bag with buckwheat in it right here. I recently purchased this because I had to buy new meditation cushions for my new apartment because my prior ones I couldn't bring. And I ended up purchasing the Mindful and Modern meditation cushions. I've done a video on these, but these are basically meditation cushions including a buckwheat cushion like this, as well as a cotton-based zabuton. I absolutely love them as far as the design, the size, and the elegance of it as far as being velvet. However, the issue with the meditation cushion is it's a little bit not enough buckwheat. And it's a little bit short, so what I wanted to do is add more buckwheat to this to give it some more density as well as increase the height of it. I believe this is currently like 3.5 inches. My prior meditation cushion from Lotus Crafts I believe was 6 inches as well as 10 inches, so much higher, and the concentration of buckwheat was much higher as well. And so I wanted to just walk through installing or putting extra buckwheat in that, and then we'll open this package, show you what it looks like. Additionally, I did want to discuss Amazon and kind of what the prices are. So you can purchase 1 pound for $10.35, 5 pounds, which is this bag, for $25.95, 10 pounds, which is double that, for $54.95, which is actually slightly more than buying 2 5-pound bags, which is interesting. A 20-pound bag for $172.59, and then a 50-pound bag for $405.55. What I'd say is just look at the prices. Basically take the price and divide it by the pounds or quantity, and that'll give you an estimate of price per pound, obviously. The other thing I did want to mention is that currently I do have buckwheat pillows that I purchased through J-Life. It's an online company where you can get buckwheat pillows that encompass like different designs in a pillowcase. Essentially all it is a zipper with buckwheat in it. I've had these for about 4 months now. I absolutely love them as far as being pillows. However, the pillowcases themselves haven't turned out well. I've done videos on this, but they've got some discoloration just from routine use, which is kind of unexpected. And these are very expensive. They're about, I think, like $60 for each pillow, or $31 for each pillow, but about $160 for a set. And then also there's a neck pillow like this. As far as the other this is the neck pillow that they have, so it has buckwheat, a seam on the end, and if you look, there's some discoloration there on where like their pillowcase sleeve wasn't covered. And so I basically bought these other pillowcases to cover this, just to get an all white look and basically protect the cover. But as far as in order to make these pillows, what I would recommend is there's 2 separate pillowcases I bought. One is Zenchi, which is 4x20 pillowcases. That is this size, and that's what this pillowcase is. It's 400 count. It's very soft, very elegant, very nice. Basically something you can just slide over an underlying cover. So if you found a pillow that was 4x20 with a zipper, you could basically just add the buckwheat directly to it, and then you have a buckwheat pillow. And the overall poundage or the weight for this is 3.8 pounds for this and 1.2 pounds for this, which is the same as the 5-pound bag. And so with that, a 25-pound bag, the cover for this is $15 for a pack of 2, okay? And then this cover is the Saffron something crafts pillow covers, and they're $16 for like a neck pillow cover like this. And so with a neck pillow cover, like $16 plus $7.5 for 2, or $15, you can essentially make your own set, have the outside covers, and then you just have to find pillowcases for underneath that would essentially incorporate the buckwheat. The reason why I said that is just I've done a lot of content on floor sleeping, tatami mats, futons from Japan, and so if you're following for that content, just that's the rationale. So now what we'll do is we'll just open this up. Okay, so these are the Mindful and Modern meditation cushions. This is their velvet version. I've done a video on this, but I absolutely love the look of this. It's got this like nice sheen to it, velvet texture, very soft, and it's very cushiony from being buckwheat. Buckwheat's great for meditation cushions because it provides more support and it conforms to a little bit better. So just sitting on it, it's much better than compared to like a cotton surface. The issue with these though is it's relatively thin, and I feel like they didn't put enough buckwheat. So if you lift it here, there's a lot of excess material. And so what I want to do is just fill this out so that it's more dense. And so the nice thing about these cushions, very similar to the Lotus Craft ones, is there's a kind of seamless zipper here, and then inside here is the actual like encasing with the buckwheat in it. And so if you needed to clean the outside, you could wash it without having to mess up the buckwheat. Additionally, for buckwheat, for those of you that don't know, you should not get it wet. But this is what the buckwheat looks like. And so that's the density there, virtually identical to what we have in this bag. And this is a 5-pound bag. And so what you would really need to do is just essentially cut open a seam like this. Don't make a huge hole because then you'll have buckwheat everywhere. And then try to fill this out without making an absolute mess. Previously, I did have to clean out my my pillows. Like I took them out because I was concerned that it was like dirtiness or needing to wash it, for which essentially incorporated taking all the buckwheat out and then putting it back in, and that took forever, so it was quite a pain. But the nice thing with this this extra buckwheat bag is essentially I can fill this out as much as I need, like this, and really just test the density. So just, and then kind of determine whether that's enough. And I'd probably put a little bit more. So I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so this is a good side-by-side comparison. I filled out this one. This is what it looked like before as far as the density. So when you pressed it around, it would like move around much more mobilely, which is okay for like kind of if you want that kind of cushiony, but I basically filled it out and it's filled all the way through here. The one thing you don't want to do is overstuff this. So if you overstuff it, you're more likely to kind of damage the seams on this because it's not going to compensate for that. But now it's much more dense, and so when you sit on it, it's just going to support you and rest in immediately as compared to like moving as much. And this is all personal preference, so it's really whatever is most comfortable for you. So I like a denser, like more cushiony or more supportive type of meditation cushion. But I absolutely like the fact that with the organic Cotton Plus like buckwheat holes, you can really just customize any of these the way you want. Additionally, as I suggested with the neck pillows and the buckwheat pillows, you could really make your own on your own with the pillowcases that I discussed, and then finding a pillowcase that like incorporated the right size. So it's very easy to do. All you have to do is just pour this directly in, make sure there's a zipper as you see with like a canvas bag, and then you have a buckwheat pillow with much lesser expense as compared to kind of go on the whole route of like buying it through J-Life or something like that. So that's all I have for this video. Hopefully it's helpful or useful for those of you that kind of have buckwheat and are looking at this brand, but that's really all for this video. So thanks for watching and have a great night.